Good morning, students. Now, in this practical session, we will see our next practical, that is practical number 10, that is program to implement constructors and destructors. What is the practical significance of this experiment? The classes and objects help to represent real-life entity with different attributes and related member functions. Then, the use of constructor function facilitates initialization of instance variable as well as the use of destructor functions facilitates deallocation of object memory. In short, we know that a constructor is a special member function. Why it is special? Because the constructor is having the same name as the class name. Okay. The constructor is the special member function and its task is to initialize the object of its class. What is the function of constructor? Its function is to initialize the object of a class. That means whenever the objects are created at that time, the constructor functions will call to initialize that particular objects. Then there is another one concept, that is destructor. Okay, what is the use of destructor? Destructors are mainly used to deallocation of object memory. The next one is the relevant program outcomes. What are the program outcomes for this practical? That is basic knowledge, discipline knowledge, experiment and practices, engineering tools and communication. These are the POs required for this practical. Next, see in a theory section, minimum theoretical background. Here, the basics of constructor and destructor is given. See, the constructors are special functions which performs initialization of every object. Constructors are nothing but a special member function. Why it is special? Because the constructors are having the same name as the class name and which performs initialization of every object. Constructor performs the operation. That means the constructor initializes the object of its class. The compiler calls the constructor whenever an object is created. The compiler calls the constructor whenever the object of that class is created. Suppose there is one class student and whenever we are creating an object of that class student as a S1, at that time the constructor will call. The constructor will call by the compiler. The constructor initializes the values to instance variables after storage is allocated to the object. There are three types of constructor: default constructor, parameterized constructor and copy constructor. Default constructor means what? The constructor which does not have any argument. That type of constructor we called as an default constructor. Next, second type of constructor is parameterized constructor. That means this constructor having a n number of parameters. And last one is the copy constructor. Here we are passing a copy of a object to a constructor. That is copy constructor. The next here, the syntax for declaring a constructor is given here. How to declare a constructor? First, we want to create a class by using a class keyword, class name. Then, in that class, in a public section, here we are creating a constructor. The constructor having a same name as the class name. So, here the constructor function contains a class name. Then if there are parameters, if parameters are required for that constructor, then pass the list of parameters here. Then in a function body, we want to write a body of constructor functions, and other member declaration is done here. Okay, this is the general syntax for declaring a constructor. The next, here the constructor overloading is shown here. Just like other member functions, constructors can also be overloaded. Likewise, whenever we are overloading any function, that same way the constructors are also overloaded. In fact, when you have both default and parameterized constructors defined in your class, you are having overloaded constructors. That means one with no parameter and other with parameter. Here is a syntax for defining overloaded constructor function. Okay. Here is one class is defined. In that class, here is a default constructor, here is a parameterized constructor, and here we are defining a copy constructor. This is overloaded constructor because the function name is same but parameters are different. So this type of overloading is called as constructor overload. The next concept is destructor. Like a constructor, destructor is a special member function which destroys the object as soon as the scope of object ends. The destructor is called automatically by the compiler when the object goes out of scope. That means the destructor is used to destroy the object of a class. The syntax for destructor is same as that of constructor. The class name is used for a name of destructor with the tilde sign as a prefix to it. Like a constructor, destructor is also having the same name. The constructor, like a constructor, destructor is also having the same name, but it is followed by a tilde symbol. The tilde symbol denotes the destructor. Okay. Let's see the syntax for declaring a destructor function. Here is one class. Then here the destructor function is written. I already told you that the destructor is also having a same name as a class name, but it is prefixed by the tilde symbol. The tilde symbol represents this is a destructor, and in that destructor function, here you want to write the body for the destructor function. This is the general syntax for declaring a destructor. This is constructor and destructor present in C++. Now you want to solve these questions. Here you want to write a specification of the system. Then here are some questions. You want to solve these 3 questions. These are multiple choice type questions. Solve these questions. Then in exercise, you want to solve these 2 programs. Okay. Here is one program. Write a C++ program to define a class number having data members x and y and perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on 2 numbers using constructor and destructor functions. Here in this program, you want to use the constructor and destructor function. The program is that here you want to define one class number which having a data members x and y, and here you want to perform the operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and divisions on that particular x and y 2 numbers. Okay, I will give you a program for this. See the program. Here is a class number is defined. In that number class, Here the constructor is called. We know that the constructor is a special function which having a same name as a class name. So number constructor is created. In that constructor we are inputting the two values, that is A and B. Then we want to perform the mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, division and multiplication on that numbers. So here the function is defined and here the destructor is called. Okay, here you want to write the, I only declare the functions. Here you want to define, or here you want to write the body for that particular functions which performs the mathematical operation like addition, division, subtract and multiply. And here the destructor is called. You want to write the definition for this function. Okay, and next one is the program. Write a C++ program to define a class product. Here you want to define a one class product which having a data members like product ID, product name, product price, and accept and display the data for three products using constructor overloading. Here you want to use the concept of constructor overloading. Here is an syntax is given already in the lecture section. I will give you one example of the constructor overloading. See that example and solve these two questions. Okay, in the exercise you want to solve these two questions. Next, third question is that here you want to find the output of both the program. This is the practical number 10. Here you want to solve these two programs in your notebook. Refer the notes that are given, refer the PPTs, refer the books and solve these two questions. Okay, thank you.